All right, my people. Nigeria and Ethiopia have signed an agreement to transfer each other's prisoners back home. Meaning, if Ethiopia arrested a Nigerian in Ethiopia, then they can transfer him back to Nigeria so he can complete his sentence in Nigeria. Vice versa, the same applies to Nigerian too. If they arrest Ethiopian, they have to send the Ethiopian back to Ethiopia to go and serve the rest of the sentence over there. And we are going to talk about it, how it comes to position and how they begins to do this agreement. What happens before all these things start happening? And also, let's get to Kenya. There's something happening in Kenya. A minister is being pointed out of sending workers to war. I mean, sending Kenyans, people of Kenya, to Russia to go and fight a war which does not belong to them. Now we are going to look at all those and what is happening, and the family are out crying and asking for help because some people are missing, some people are dead, and others. So let's jump into the details. First of all, my people, let's talk about Nigeria and Ethiopia. They have signed an agreement. It is called the Prisoner Transfer Agreement on June 11th, 2026 in Addis Ababa. So what is this all about? This is to let citizens of one country who are in prison in another man's country, to go home and finish their jail sentence. Now, why did they sign this deal? They signed the deal because Ethiopia has a lot of Nigerians in jail. Yeah, a lot of Nigerians in Ethiopia prison. Yeah, in Ethiopia, especially in Abu Samuel prison. Many are there for one particular reasons, specific reasons. You want to know what they are there for? They are there for drug crimes related. Yes, for drug related crimes. It's very sad. This is where if you see South Africans saying that Nigerians are bringing drugs into their country, it's not something that they are just fabricating. It's something that is happening. Yeah, it's true. I'm not hitting on Nigerians. I'm just saying what it is, because a lot of Nigerians in so many African countries or so many countries are in jail because of drug related crimes. A lot of them. And these kind of people have dent the reputation of most Nigerians. So when we are talking about Nigerians are very bad in doing some of the things, and tribes, yeah, they have tribes too, and they are very bad in so many things. It's like we are not hitting on Nigerians. We are just saying what is happening. They have dent the reputation of so many people that are Nigerians. That's the fact. We are not hitting on anybody. When it is white, you say white. When it is black, you say black. So anyways, that's what is happening. But some people are asking, so you are talking about Nigerians. What about the Ethiopians in Nigeria prison? What about them? No, most of them are not drug-related crimes. They are not arrested because of that. It's about something else. So why is this happening? It is happening because Nigerian prisoners complain about bad conditions in jail. I mean, bad conditions in jail in Ethiopia, I don't think so, because how is like the prison in Nigeria? How is it like? Is it better than Ethiopia? I don't think so, because many countries in Africa, their prison are not better than any other. They are not better. It's like one or two countries that their prison may be somehow better, but they are not in any good conditions. Most of the prisons, if they say it's because of family, they want to be closer to their family member, it's cool. But saying not a good condition, like just the prison is not good for them, then I think that is absolutely absurd. Let me put it that way. So some of the countries like Cote d'Ivoire, Uganda, and Rwanda, is somehow it looks kind of clean, yeah. But the fact still remains the same, that many countries in Africa don't have the nice prison. The prison conditions is very, very bad. It looks very bad. Even in Ghana, it looks very bad. But Nigerians want to be, whether it is good or bad, they want to be in their bad own country. Yeah, they want to be in that kind of prison. They also says that the reason why they want to go back to Nigeria and serve their sentences is because of lack of family contact. Yes, I said it. This is right. Imagine you going to jail for 20 years in a foreign land. That's crazy, because you are going to lose your wife. Yeah, your wife is probably going to leave you. So you actually need to have that close contact with her before, if she may decide, okay, I can't wait for 20 years. I should leave you. Yeah, and most of the time you are going to lose so many of the loved ones that you have. Maybe especially your mother, your father. If you don't take time, you are going to lose them before that time. So it's really crazy. Anyways, also they said language problem. That's language barrier. There is a language problem. They can't speak any of the Ethiopian languages. It's very, very difficult for them. And also they mentioned poor medical condition, because some of them have died in prison, and it's very bad. dying in prison. It's very, very bad. The other reason is the agreement have prisoners to serve their time closer to their family members. The culture, the language, which makes it easier to perform to return to normal life after prison. People go to jail not because they want to stay there forever. In most cases, they want them to go to jail. You can be rehabilitated in the society. So now, do you think this is a good idea or bad idea? Let's see what is good about this. The good here is more prisoners can see their family members more often. I mean, everybody deserves that, whether you are a criminal or not, unless I think that your loved ones are not there or your family members are not there. Maybe you will not think about that. Number two, it reduces pressure on foreign prison and help diplomatic relationships. Yes, going to jail costs a lot of money. Yes, so I think a lot of things goes into that. Anyway, so the other reason is Nigeria can now help its citizens better their lives, their dignity and humanitarian treatment. And also, let's look at the negative side of this. The negative side is some prisoners may get lighter treatment. They can just escape punishment. This is Africa. We know how it works. When you come to Africa, you know how it works. Yes, when people go back home, you can just talk to the policeman. You can talk to the supervisor also, and they can give you much easier treatment over there. That's what a lot of people are complaining about, that this can happen. In Africa, you could bribe, but in the foreign land, you can't probably bribe. It's different out there. You see, when you kill somebody in a foreign land and you are being arrested, compared to how it is being done in Africa, it's different. We can say that you probably had the justice, or you probably serve the terms, and people will get justice for whatever you have done. But here, sometimes you will not get the justice, and that person will not even serve like the way you want a person to serve. Yes, it happens a lot. It's not that we are downgrading the continent. No, that's what it is. It is what it is. So that's what a lot of people are talking about. And also, the second thing that some people are worried about is that it looks like the government is soft on crimes, especially drug offenses. Look, I believe for drug offenses, let's put it this way. Some offenses, people should be dealt with severely. That's what I think. So others never may think that they want to do the same thing or engage themselves in those things. If drastic measures are being put there, yeah, I think for certain things, you must take them out clean. Because in prison, it costs money to feed those people. Because they are feeding them with taxpayers' money. And if you want to get rid of some of the things, drastic measures must come into places. Yes, very big lessons must be taught. They must taught them very big lessons that when others see that traces, they know the implications. They know that, oh, if I do this, there will be much implications, and I will not live to tell the story. Then they will adjust themselves. They will go and look for better jobs and better things to do. Are you getting me? So that's it. I'm not against anything, but I'm just saying what it must be done. That's why in some countries like China, Philippines, and you can't do that. Some of the countries you can't do it because you know the implications that await you when you do that. Now, as we are talking about this, that the Nigeria and Ethiopia has done, so let's look at some of the countries that has that. Yeah, the United States of America has a similar agreement with 80 countries, including Mexico, Canada, France, Thailand. So if an American person is arrested, they can send him back. Americans always likes to protect their own. So they made agreement with many countries, and also some European country as well in Europe has also done that. So if you are arrested in Italy, then you can be sent back to France to go and do whatever they want to do with you over there. That's how it is. Vice versa, it happens in many countries. That's how it is. Now, that's just by the way. Let's go to Kenya and see what is happening over there. There's something strange happening in Kenya. This man is being pointed at, the finger is being pointed at him that he is sending workers to war. Yes, his minister Alfred Mutua, he is a minister of labor. So this man in 2025, he was very vocal after the Kenya government came out with a program. The program sent people to work abroad. It's a very nice program actually. So Alfred Mutua promoted it a lot. He made a lot of noise about it as a minister. He even took pictures with some group of people that were sent to Russia. When they were leaving Kenya for Russia to go and work, he took pictures with them. And they were told that they will go and get good civilian work in Russia, right? What kind of work would they do probably in Russia? It's like just packing food in factories. Where people pack things into that sack and a whole lot of things. And they are going to be paid well. They are going to be paid well. So because of that, a lot of Kenyans were happy about the kind of money that they were going to pay. That was $900 per month. it sounds good because mostly in Africa, when you talk about $900, you can live the best of your life. Yes, because of the conditions that we have here. A lot of things that we do here, if you are paid $100, you should thank God. $100 why people are not paid. They are not being paid $100 even. So if you are being paid that, you should thank God. So $900 is a whole lot. Yes, I know a lot of people will say, hey, no, that's how it is in Africa. When you're out there, you know how the expenses are. Yes, so a lot of Kenyans were happy about that and they decided to go. And they went there. Unfortunately, there was a guy named Rastus Mundia who was 38 years old and a father of three. He also seized the opportunity and traveled, went to Russia hoping to pack food in packets and put oranges and stuffs. But unfortunately, as soon as he got there, he and some others were shown contracts, war contracts. They were asked to what signed. And it is being said that some of them were even put at gunpoint to sign those papers, forced to sign the contract so that they will go and fight for Russia at war. You see, we can actually confirm or refute that, but that's what it says. And unfortunately, up until now, Kenya says about 291 people were tricked in the last 90 and confirmed dead right now. 32 are missing. Some of the groups are also helping the families right now to try and find out what is actually happening. Some of the people says it's more than 1,000 people that have disappeared now from Kenya. That's what they're saying. And you can see that many families and human rights groups and many other people are very angry about what is happening. Every people inside government are criticizing this guy. They say he knew about the risks, but he didn't say anything about it. You see, I think, imagine people from the government are criticizing you, a government official. It means that you have done something that they are not aware of or they don't like. You know, all these people are the same, but it comes to a place where maybe you are taking the money and you become so greedy that you did not give them some. Then they have to turn against you. That's what is happening. So a lot of people are calling for this guy to be arrested or get fired. That's what they are saying, that he should get fired because he knows the risks in what is going to happen, but he's actually what? Lied to the people, lied to these people to send them to war. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy. So right now, as public pressure continues to grow, many Kenyans are demanding justice for the affected families and greater oversight of overseas employment programs to ensure workers are protected from exploitation and deceptions. The developments in both Nigeria and Ethiopia relations and Kenya's overseas recruitment controversy highlights broader questions about government responsibility, citizens' protections, justice, and accountability across Africa. Now, my people, what do you think about all what is happening? Let me know how you feel about all what is happening. When you think this is not done right or this is what they must do, just let me know in the comment section. Thank you for watching. Peace.